First of all, congratulations on your recognition tonight. Can you tell me a little bit about what inspired you when reading this book to want to create it into a film?
It just asked the biggest questions I'd ever thought of in my life, and I walked around spinning on these questions for weeks, and I thought, wouldn't it be amazing to have a film that was populated by incredible actors bringing this debate and these questions to life?
And what was the transition like? I know you've done documentaries in the past to now do this fictional narrative.
My first two films were fictional narratives, and then I did a documentary, and then I've taken 10 years off, and now I've come back with a fictional narrative feature.
So what's it like working with actors and giving them that direction?
Good. It's where I started. So for me,
Back to your roots.
Yeah, probably the most comfortable part of the process for me, and the most exciting is working with actors.
And what was the process in immersing yourself in this Latin American culture in order to learn more about it?
So it takes place in a Mennonite community, which is very isolated. There are a lot of Mennonite communities close to where I've spent a lot of time in Ontario, and this took place, the original story that the film is based on took place in a Mennonite colony in Bolivia. But the cultures are more similar to other Mennonite colonies than they are to Latin American culture.
It feels like it doesn't matter what year, throughout time, women have always struggled, unfortunately, with sexual assault and getting the recognition that they deserve and leading a community. So maybe what was different, if anything at all, in your film in tackling that subject?
Well, I think that our film is a kind of archetypal ancient story. There's a sense of a fable about it, and I think what I hope people come away feeling is a sense of real optimism, a sense of how to build a better world, as opposed to getting mired in the grief and the rage, which is so easy to do. I think what these women do is they ask the big questions, they work together, they work through the challenges in their relationship to try to figure out a way forward together.
And 3 generations together talking about it. What about that dynamic gives this story another angle to it? 3 different women, all ages.
I mean, I loved that the cast was populated by women of all ages, and it's a multi-generational conversation. It's a conversation amongst people who don't agree on every issue and still have to overcome those obstacles and differences and work together, and that was really interesting to try to make real.